In this video, we're going to be looking at the Leaf Razor by Leaf Shave. The Leaf Razor currently retails for $75 at leafshave.com. Leaf Shave started out as a Kickstarter campaign by these two engineers named Adam. They were sick of being overcharged for cartridge blades, so they put their heads together and came up with a cartridge style razor that used safety blades. And I originally purchased one through their Kickstarter campaign, but they were nice enough to send me an extra razor, which we will be unboxing and reviewing for you today. And if you'll stick around long enough, I'll give you a tutorial on how to shave with the Leaf Razor. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. All right, so here is the Leaf Shave box. When you order your Leaf Shave, it'll come looking like this, branding there on the box. I went ahead and cut open the package. As you can see, they originate in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. When you do open your Leaf Shave, you've got a booklet here telling you to start here or go to the website. The Leaf Shave website tells you to prepare your blades. There's a welcome note from the two Adams. How to load your razor, quick tips, and if you have any questions, you can go to their website or scan the QR code. All right, let's set that to the side. We have what looks like a receipt. Now, let's open this thing up. When you open it up, you've got the stand, get this packing material out of the way, and there is the razor. So let's move this box. When you purchase the stand or the razor, it comes in 3 colors. You're able to get silver, black, or rose gold, which when I initially made the purchase, I purchased the rose gold. I just really love the look of that on a razor. So let's open the stand first. It's really heavy stand, so you know that when you put your razor in it, it's not going to move all over the place. So here it is. This is the razor stand. This comes in at $20. Puts the razor in it. Along the bottom, you've got Leaf Shave branding, as well as a rubber seal to keep it from moving around. And you've got a drain hold, so that way, if you need to drain it, it's not going to set up any mold on the countertop. And then we have the razor itself. Again, it shows the choice you made, indicated by a little check mark, information on the back of the box, hashtag on your shave. So you pull it out at the bottom, and here you go. This is the silver Leaf Shave razor. Every Leaf Shave has a different colored symbol, the little leaf symbol on it, and so this one is a light blue. You pull it out, and it's a very hefty, it's a very heavy razor in the hand because it's an all metal design, but it feels very well, feels very balanced in the hand. On the back, you've got different indentions that makes it feel as if you're not going to drop it or it's not going to slip out of your hand. You've got balanced handles along the edge of the blade, and then we get to the head of the blade itself. This is where all of the magic happens. You've got the Leaf Shave logo along the top, and then this is where you insert the blades. Along the back, you have your knob that you screw on, you screw off in order to load or unload the blades. When you screw this knob off, you don't have to worry about it coming off. It is set inside of the blade itself, so it's not going to come off. And then once you unscrew it, all you have to do is remove however many of the slots that you would like, and you can insert your blades. Now when you insert the blades, it is held on by a magnet. You can see there's a magnet right there. There's also little magnets here on the edges. If you purchase any type of safety blade that does not have a recessed indentation here, they're not going to fit and they're not going to work in the blade because it has to have that in order to be magnetized. But I haven't come across any of those. So let's load this, and then I'll show you the next steps, what you need to know if you're going to purchase one of these. Now, when you go to get it, I've got some feather blades here. In order to load it, it's very simple. All you have to do is take the packet, bend it in half, and when you hear the snap, you've popped the blades in half. There's no worries about ever cutting yourself because they are in the pack then. All you do is unload, unpack the blades, and in order to set them in, very simple. Line them up with the magnets there on the ends, and there you go. There's one. If you want to load two, you just put that down. It's as simple as putting the next one in. A line there. Normally I just use two, but for the sake of the video, I have an extra blade here. We'll close that and put it in right here. Before I do, you notice that along the top right here, also on the second one, there's a magnet there as well to hold the other blades in place. And so you stick the blade in right here and then close it up. Now, once you do this, this is perhaps the most important thing you could possibly do. When you go to screw this on, you would screw this on, only screw it as far as it will go. Once it stops, do not screw it on anymore because you could possibly break the rod that's in there, or you can strip out, pull off this little knob. So once it is done, do not screw it anymore. So this is what it looks like with the 1, 2, or 3 blades. You can customize the amount of resistance you want by putting it in here. Each of the 3 blades, you may not be able to see. Hopefully you can see right there. Each blade has a different resistance on it, a different length that they stick out from the razor itself, which allows you to have a closer or smoother shave depending upon how sensitive your skin is. I always just use the first and the second one. I do have sensitive skin, but I do have very coarse hair, and that works really well. The third spot doesn't really work at all for me, and so I don't use it at all. When you get to the head itself, you can see it's very responsive, very flexible there. And so that's how far back the razor head is able to go. And so now that we've reviewed the razor and the stand, you may not be able to see too much from this angle, but we're going to set it in. It's going to look just like that. Very sleek, very smooth. So now that we have reviewed the razor and the stand itself, let's go take a shave. All right, so I've got the feather blades in, I'm lathered up. I'm going to give a tutorial on shaving. I've shaved with this before. In many ways, like I said in the unboxing, it's a lot like any normal standard cartridge shave. There are a few differences though, and we'll walk through that. So without further ado, let's get started. Of course, always you want to find your grain and always shave with your grain at first. I tend to have really sensitive skin, but even still, The first and the second spots are great, even with the feather blade within it. And I always shave once with the grain, and then the second time is against the grain. Now, if you're doing a neckline, like I'm going to do, it's always good, it works better for me anyway, if I don't shave up to it, but once I get started to go sideways with this razor, it just provides a closer shave that way, just for me anyway. It may be different for you, but it doesn't work well when you shave from the top of the razor down, because there's such a gap that's there. It could deceive you. So you always want to make sure that you're either shaving up or you're going to be shaving sideways. I'm going to put a little bit more of the lather here. There we go. Now shaving against the grain. And see, get over here, and see it's just easier to go sideways because of the way that the blades are. This works better, I found, to get a really straight shave with this razor. And now, if you are like me and you have no hair on your head, well, this works really well, because I'll show you how to shave if you're bald. Or if you just shave your head, either way. And most importantly, this is where the tricky part could come in. But we'll walk through that. So again, like any other cartridge type shave, any type blade, of course, works really well in it, just suited to whatever you like. I like the feather. Silver blue, Gillette Silver Blue works really well for me. I've used different types of blades before, all in different kinds. I like Astra blades, but typically in slant blade razors. Feathers are just super smooth, super flexible. They work very well. And so, if you shave your head, the two places I'll go ahead and show that you want to be very careful. Let me grab a rag. Two places you want to be careful around the ears and the sideburns. And here is why. Oh, a little nick right there. Okay. So, if you're shaving this area, the nature of the blades are really close to the razor itself, so you just have to be careful if you're shaving around your ears. You don't want to nick anything, but again, you want to go sideways because of the amount of space you've got between the razor blade and the end of the razor itself, so you go sideways there. if you are shaving down for your sideburns. Because of the space in the razor, I'll try and make sure that you can see, if I'm wanting to shave my sideburns, this is about where I like to shave, but you've got to adjust about 1/4 of an inch below to account for that gap between the blade and the end of the razor itself. So if I want to shave here, I'm going to go down to about right there and then just shave up. And that will take care of my sideburns there. So just that simple. If you can get used to shaving just a little bit below where you're used to shaving in that regard, there's really no difference in the shave there. So since I've already started, however, I'll go ahead and shave the rest of my head. Watching some of the Kickstarter tutorials that were made, it seemed like you would have to make a ton of passes in order to have a close shave, but it's just not true. You have a very close shave with this razor, especially depending upon the blade you use. Now, Leaf Shave has a program where if you refer friends, they're dedicated to having you no longer pay for a razor blade for the rest of your life. You refer a friend and you get free blades, and you receive blades whenever you initially purchase the razor. Honestly, I haven't used their blades just because I have a large supply of these feather blades here, and those are the ones that I have been using. So I'm sure that they're great blades. I just haven't tested them out yet. But what I love so much about this razor is it gives me the opportunity to have a quick, faster shave that's like a cartridge, but I have the cost of safety blades. So I've just about finished my first pass, and we'll go against the grain now. I'm using a Perasso Save Shave Soap for anyone interested. And now, against the grain. The spring on the head itself is incredibly flexible and responsive. And it really is an enjoyable shave. Thus, despite the fact that I've never done a review video before, this is a product that's worth reviewing because I think it is a phenomenal shave. Alright, let me do one last check here to make sure I haven't left any stubble around, and then we are just about finished. check behind this ear one last time. And there we go. There is the leaf shave. Thanks for tuning in.